you're buying a gun in Florida, like it's going to pop. You know what I'm saying? And so what do you do with the perfect person that's never violated any law, that's never had any kind of violent charges, right? Like James Holmes. Like I said, like James Holmes in Colorado. Was under investigation by the FBI. Never had any kind of violent offense. None of that. What do you do with that guy that walks in and say you do the month-long, you have to wait a month long to get a firearm. That guy's willing to wait a month long, right, to go on his rampage. He will. Yeah. And he's never committed any offense, so nothing's going to come up. Nothing's going to come up on a background check. And he waits his month long. He do away with AR-15s, fine. Do away with that. He goes in there and gets shotguns. He goes in there and gets 2 9mm pistols. He goes in there and buys 200, 300 rounds of 9mm. Okay? And then he goes on his rampage. You really think that he's only, like, you really think that, oh, well, instead of an AR-15, he'll only be able to kill 30 people instead of 50 people. What about the 30 family members that still lost their loved ones? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that you can just cut down on the amount of people that are murdered in a mass shooting, and that's a win? Like, instead of 50 people, this guy only killed 15 people. So it works. Like, the assault weapons ban works because we only lost 15 people. So, but what do you think about those 15 families that lost loved ones? It's all BS. You can do away with. You pick 5 weapons that you want to completely ban off the face of the planet, and they'll find 5 new weapons to use to kill people. I mean, they just will. I mean, it's stupid. Boston bombers used 2 pressure cookers to kill people. Yeah. But they only killed 5 people. They only killed 6 people. It would have been a lot worse if they used guns. Let's be real. It would have been a lot. It's still mass murder. It's still a terrorist attack. It doesn't freaking matter. You know? 9/11, they used box cutters and airplanes to kill 3,000 people. That's how they got in the cockpit, was box cutter. Yeah. And fake wires that they had a bomb. So that's fine. You know, it's just all BS. You know, come up with something that really, really, really makes sense. Okay? And I'll show you that in the long run, violent people will still do violent things. I mean, they're still going to kill. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
That's what I'm saying.
But
fish it away. They're still going to find a way to do it.
Yeah, they're still going to find a way to do it. But again, it's about reducing the sensationalism of the number of deaths that occur. Instead of 50, he only killed 25. So it's a win. It's a win. But let me tell you something. You still infringed upon the Second Amendment, something that military servicemen, past, present, and future, mind you, will die putting their life on the line to support the Constitution of the United States of America. So while I'm glad we saved 25 lives, because maybe you outlawed an assault rifle, maybe you outlawed this gun or that gun, you still stepped all over the Second Amendment. Okay? And you spit in the face of every single person that has ever taken that oath, okay, to defend the Constitution of the United States. You spit in their face when you step all over any constitutional right, the first, second, third, fourth, it doesn't matter. And you ban the Second Amendment, then you can ban the First.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you can ban the Fifth.
It's like all these people that are all